Welcome to lecture number 4, Connecting and Showing Interest. In this lecture, you will learn ways to emotionally connect and show interest in the woman you are dating. Listen more and talk less. Do you have a tendency to talk too much? If you're not quite sure, try asking someone you trust. Talking a lot and not giving a woman enough space to speak can be a huge turnoff and could be why many first dates fail. It's really important to listen more than you speak and show interest and curiosity by asking questions about her job, her interests, her family, and her hobbies. Ask open-ended questions, and this will encourage her to share details, and this will also allow the conversation to flow. You can start your questions with how, what, tell me, or why. So for example, you can ask, tell me about your family. What are they like? Or what made you decide to go to that university? Listening, showing interest, and being curious about her feelings, thoughts, and stories helps to create a connection and trust. If you spend most of your time talking, there really isn't an opportunity for a connection to be made, and this is essentially lecturing behavior. Take turns asking questions and create a two-way dialogue. If she asks you a question, answer the question thoughtfully, then ask her the same question in return. As we learned in Lecture 1, it is common for women to want to share their feelings and want to be heard, but men have the tendency to want to fix and solve problems, and this tendency can often frustrate women. You might be wondering how you can deal with this sort of situation. Well, if a woman shares a problem or frustration with you, you can very gently and compassionately ask, "What is it that you need from me right now? Would you like to vent, or do you want me to help you come up with a solution?" Empower her. Many women will avoid getting into a relationship out of fear of losing themselves and becoming dependent. Here's the thing. To connect with a woman who is rather independent, she will need to know that you respect her independence. It is important to show by your words and your actions that you respect her opinions, her personal space, and personal time. You can do this by fitting into her current life and not expecting her to change it for you. For example, if a woman you're dating plays sports 3 times a week, don't expect her to stop playing because she's dating you. It's something that makes her happy and part of who she is. Embrace that part of her by attending her games and cheering her on. You could even join a team with her. If you try to change her current lifestyle, she may end up resenting you for giving up a part of herself for the relationship. Let her be herself. Another way to connect with her by empowering her is by teaching her how to do new things on her own. For example, you could teach her something as simple as how to properly check the oil in her car, or how to hang up a photo on the wall using a wall anchor. I also highly recommend asking her to share her opinions with you. Get her input on date activities, or about a new car you're about to purchase, or how to handle a difficult situation at work. This demonstrates that you really care about her and that you value her perspective and her opinion, and that you see her as a person who can think for herself. Be a gentleman. Give her compliments about her personality, but make sure your compliments aren't generic and they're unique to her. You can also try giving a compliment about her clothing, her hair, or her accessories. Just be sure to stay away from comments that are about her physical appearance, which can make her feel like you might be just seeing her as a sexual object. Another way to be a gentleman and to show interest is by making an effort to create a plan. So if you're going to go out on a date, make a suggestion and come up with an idea. This shows confidence, and it shows that you've been thinking about her and actually have taken the time to come up with something that she might enjoy doing with you. I think I can safely speak for most women when I say that it is extremely frustrating when someone asks you what it is you want to do, and the person replies, "I don't know, what is it that you want to do?" I understand that this is a good intention because it really ultimately means that you're taking the other person's feelings into consideration. But please, come up with an idea. Think of a plan. She will love it. Also remember that chivalry is not dead, and it can go a long way. Here are 2 things that you can try. When you open a door, you can allow her to go first. If the weather is really bad and you're about to park the car, or if she's wearing stilettos and she's out on a nice date with you, drop her off at the front door. Another way to show that you're interested and that you want to build a connection is to take interest in her hobbies. If she's an artist, ask to see some of her work. If she plays volleyball, attend one of her games, or ask to be a sub. Make a point to learn about what she likes and try some of her hobbies and interests to see if something that you might enjoy taking up as well. Make good eye contact. Good eye contact shows that you're present, listening, and interested in her and what she has to say. Be aware of wandering eyes because this can convey the opposite. Share life stories. My favorite way to build an emotional connection is by sharing life stories over a glass of wine or during pillow talk. Ask about her childhood. What was it like growing up in her family? What was the biggest challenge she had to face in her life? What was her greatest accomplishment? Learning about each other on a deeper level promotes intimacy and trust, which can help strengthen and build an emotional bond. By doing this, it will also help you learn about her past experiences, which can help you better understand why she thinks and behaves the way she does. Be authentic and show her who you really are. Many men will make the mistake of pretending to be someone they're not to impress the woman. In the long run, you may feel tired of trying to be someone you're not and resort back to your normal way. She will notice this change and likely complain about it. So do yourself a favor and be who you are right from the beginning. This concludes lecture number 4. In the next lecture, you will learn about 10 common situations and behaviors that can be a turn-off to women.